Hey everybody, hello again to another weekly connection. As you can see, I am somewhere else. I've had two choices. I had the choice of this really beautiful view of the lake, which is very windy, or an unwindy view that was boring. So guess which one I chose. So we're going to get blown around here, but it's going to be kind of fun. So today we have Lord Mahay and Lord Katumi heading it up with Lady Nada and the Karmic Board behind them, because what we're talking about today is very important. So let's get our Cosmic Thrust Oil. Put one drop in your hand, rub it together, bring it into your energy field, cup your hands together, and let's take that deep breath in together. And that's just that 15-second meditation that realigns you, heaven and earth, a little more at your solar plexus, and allows us to come together through time and space as we do this video. The topic today is very interesting, and a lot of people have asked me these questions, which is why it came up and why Lord Mahay wanted to do this. So, the question is, how do we have tolerance for those who hate? And there are a lot of people that hate in the world still. And I notice I said still because that is going to change as we shift consciousness. But the first thing that you have to do is understand why people hate. What's going on in them that makes them hate so much that is incomprehensible to us, that someone could hate. But they do, because, we're going to go back to David Lynch and the golf ball consciousness. When your consciousness is so limited that all you know is what I am white, or I am this, or I am that, and that anything that is different is bad because they're different. And that comes about in that limited awareness out of fear, because the fear is of the unknown. They don't understand a black person or a gay person or a Muslim or someone else, because they aren't like them. They are not part of their golf ball. And if you're not part of the golf ball, then you can't be right, because that is their belief. Their very, very, very limited belief system says what I am is correct, is right. What everything else is wrong. They need to be like me, or I need to be in charge, or I am superior over another person. It amazes me, religious wars. I remember as a kid growing up with religious wars, and I'm like, what is the big deal? All religions are the same. They all teach a golden rule. It's the doctrine, it's the dictate that is different to every religion. Jesus taught love. Muhammad taught love. Buddha taught love. Moses taught love. Every religious leader ever on this planet had one message, and it's the same one over and over and over again. But we start to say, my God, which always floored me, my religion, my country, my belief, because it's that golf ball again. You see, that golf ball cannot comprehend beyond that space. It cannot expand beyond what they know to be true or to be real. So we have to understand that their limited ability to expand. And if you're of 3D consciousness, you don't have empathic ability yet. You're strictly coming from me, I survive, I want, I am. And you don't matter unless you matter to me. And that's how it is in 3D consciousness. That is just how it is. But it's our job as the light seeds to get that ball bigger, right? And let's go to a tennis ball. Damn, that would be great. I would really go for a tennis-sized ball consciousness around here. It would be wonderful. And we are doing it. We are working on it. And the more these things become known, the more these differences in humanity are showing up and coming to the surface, it is an example of how we are not being tolerant of their hatred anymore. Now, those that hate get mad about that because that threatens again. Hatred is a fear-based response. It's based on fear. And that's the main thing that we have to understand, is that if you're not afraid, chances are you're not going to fear. The hatred is because you're afraid you're going to lose power, or something is different, or whatever it is, whatever that may be. So it's our job as the light seeds to light them up, to bring them up at least to a tennis-sized ball consciousness. Maybe we won't reach the beach ball yet, but we will reach the beach ball, just not maybe right this second. We're not going to reach the beach ball. So it's very important that we, as the light seeds and the star children of the planet, that feel the empath, feel the other people, understand. Because remember, the Christ consciousness that we're going for is all about having that connection to everything and everyone and where we are. So the more we love, and the more we love those who hate, the more chance they have of becoming loving beings rather than hating beings. I have seen people that have ideals that hate, but they think they're good people. They just think they are because they don't know any different. Let's light up the world. This is our job. So how do we tolerate hatred? We don't. We light it. We send it light. We blast it with light. And that's why we teach the empathic shield, because that's that cocoon of light and that blasting of energy and the sharing of that energy that allows them to see beyond themselves, beyond their fear, beyond their doctrines. And that's our job as the light seeds of this planet, that we are able to help shine the light on them. Everyone, every being, there isn't a single one that does not. Everyone wants love. We are all looking for love. Some of us have the grace to have found it within ourselves, within the beings, within our lives. Some don't, often don't. We have to have love and compassion for those who do not know love. When we get rid of an Oogie Bear, and I call Oogie Bears any entity or dark force or dark thought, anything, it's an Oogie Bear. When that comes into our energy field, like when I'm treating someone or if I'm just walking along and one needs to be there, I will do a technique called tubing, and I will light it up, whack it, send it to rehab, because it just needs to be remembered. It just needs to remember that it is light and that it is love. It's simply something that's forgotten in this lower vibration of consciousness. And it is essential that we shift that as we move upward in consciousness. So how do you tolerate the hatred? You don't. You just whack it with light. You just love it back. I have been in situations throughout my lifetime where I had people, a particular person, come at me with a huge amount of hatred. And all I did was whack them with light and love them. Diffused an entire volatile situation. So I'm telling you from experience, from doing it. It's not a theory. Some say, well, love won't heal the world. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Sometimes one corner at a time, one candle at a time. But we are having a lot of candles lately, and we are getting there. So let's be the light seeds. Let's light it up. Are you ready? Okay. So let's do it. Let's bring in that yummy, yummy gold viscous light from source. And bring it in from the top of your head. And rather come all the way down. Swoosh. Saturate. Just saturate your whole being. Every cell, every molecule, every part of you. Just fill it with that yummy, yummy gold light. Because remember, you get the first and the biggest dose of that light, which gives you stamina, courage, love, and helps you be that empath, right? Helps you not judge. This is why this technique is so important. We bring it right down out our feet into the earth to the mother. She grabs on. I grab on with my toes. Grab on however you like. But make sure you get yourself on that grid, which is the mother's energy field. And if you're not good at visualizing, just know it's there. Just say it's there. And then bring that light up the back. And it comes up your back from the mother, right? And she has that essence of love and nurturing and understanding, which we really, really need in a world full of hatred. And so we nurture and love all those beings that are not yet star children, that are not yet the light seeds, because their consciousness is still golf ball size. So let's bring that light up, back to source, and then back down again. And let's just orbit it around and around and around. Good job. And now we bring it on down, and as we bring it up this time up our back with that mother energy in it, merging with the yang father energy of courage, stamina, endurance, we radiate it out to our first aura. Because remember, we need the most. We're the light seeds. We have a job to do. We're doing a darn good job, but be sure to juice yourself up every day, multiple times a day. So we bring it up and we bring it out through our root aura. And then to our sacral aura. Remember, the sacral aura is important because this is all of our social, tribal, as we say, but all those social connections, all those dogmas, all those religious dictates are all in the sacral aura. So we want to make sure we fill that really full on ourselves. And then in our solar plexus, that's where the power is. And that's where these people who think they know what everyone else should be are coming from their power center in their solar plexus that thinks they know better. So let's light up our solar plexus so that we can send that light, and all they see is love in our solar plexus. And then on our heart, where we just generate that heart, that love, we know that we are all connected in oneness. And our throat, where we simply communicate that love, that understanding. It really isn't tolerance, it's understanding. It's like, I always equate it to having a 2-year-old kid. You don't hate the 2-year-old kid because they're having a temper tantrum, but you don't let the 2-year-old kid get away with the temper tantrum either. And that's important for us to understand. And so then we go into our third eye, where we show that we know who we are. We demonstrate that love in a time of challenge. Because that's our job. And we shift those people when we love them. They shift. And then in your crown aura, and that crown aura shows your divinity. And you stand tall in that you are that light seed. And then you radiate it out a good foot, because that's the shield. That's the munch and crunch factor of the empathic shield, so that they can get the light that they need on this journey. It's a hard journey being on Earth, we know that. So we give that light. And in return, we're these Johnny light seeds, and we don't judge because we see through their eyes. We understand. We don't tolerate, we don't condone, but we understand. Just like the little kid having a temper tantrum, we teach them how to behave, how to come out of their limited belief systems that are keeping them in golf ball consciousness. And we let them come and munch our, crunch our light. We love being the juice bar for that very reason. Because we are here to shift this planet out of hatred and into love. So let's send that out to our heart, through our heart, to all human beings on the planet, that they may feel love. Because feeling hate is torture. And love is not at all. Love is peace. Love is bliss. So let's send that light out. And as we do that, we get it ourselves. So if we're feeling depressed or angry or sad, we get this treatment first and foremost. And then we share it. We always share it. So this is our job, to be the light seeds and to shift the consciousness. Little bigger ball. And we'll get to the beach ball eventually. But just to get out of golf ball consciousness would be super great. So let's do our job. It's a good job. And we love doing it. Or we wouldn't be here. All right. So you have your work set out for you. I have mine. And we're going to just light this place up and just bam it every day, every day, every day. And that collective consciousness is shifting. You can see it. You see the negative. Don't get me wrong. You see the negatives. But understand that those are those fear-based beings, people that don't know what else to do. So we need to help shift the consciousness into the light. So we will do this, and we will see the change within our lifetimes. And I'm not young, so there you go. All right, I hope you've enjoyed the view of the lake. It's fun, and it wasn't too terribly windy. So I will see you next week, probably back at my somewhere. And have a great week. I love you. Bye-bye.